much of a jump or progress can a guy like DARON make going into year 8?
I walked past him today. I said, man, you've had a remarkable offseason. And I felt that way through the drill work, through the skill. I just see something that jumps out differently, that's onto a new space. And I felt that from him coming into this offseason. And I've certainly been impressed by what I've seen so far. In fact,
bruh, could it be? Listen, if DARON Payne breaks out, it's a blessing. We've been waiting for 2 years now. I mean, listen, he has all the capabilities to do so. Physical specimen. I'm rooting for DARON Payne, dude. Not only was he heaping praise on him, Joe Witt Jr. also heaped praise on DARON Payne.
DARON Payne, man, like every day, this dude is, I'm having to tell him, hey, man, let's calm down. Like, I got in trouble with the head coach yesterday because I challenged the D-line and he went after it. And I've been really pleased. The walkthroughs, everything that we've asked him to do. And he's a leader. He doesn't talk much at all. All right, but he is leading by example.
This is what I want to hear. This is great stuff. I mean, like, granted, we want to see it translate over to training camp, then preseason, then season. But, he's off to a great start, and what more else can you want? But yeah, man, in this video, I'm going to do just a lot of clips from the OTAs today. A lot of interviews today. So I'm going to post a lot of clips here that I feel like are important / newsworthy, and then we're just going to go from there. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I would truly appreciate it. So another guy who's impressing is our boy Quan Martin.
Kind of get your thoughts on Quan's ceiling as well.
Yeah, the physical attributes we've always seen. It probably has, if not the highest vertical, but that type of explosiveness. Movement from nickel to safety allows some of that natural, playmaking ability to track, to come off the red line, and to use some of that speed. Man, he's going like this. Now I have a whole season under his belt of playing safety. And now, I think he's really going to take off. It's the speed and the hitting ability, and you can win with that.
People forget he was a primary slot corner his rookie year. Came out of Illinois, was a versatile demon. Played all over the secondary. Now he got his first year under the belt as a starting free safety, more experience. He's coming into this, this offseason with, more mature, not maturity, but just leadership, in which Joe Witt Jr. also talked about in this recent clip.
Quan is what we really stand for here. Now he's taking a leadership role of communicating at a very high level, and I give a lot of that credit to Jason Simmons and Tommy Donatel. They've done a great job of developing him. This kid has the potential to be one of the better safeties in this league.
I'm rooting for Quan. Quan's one of my favorite players, man. We all saw him at pick 6 against the Lions. He lays the hammer down, so I love Quan Martin, man. I really like Quan Martin. I feel like he's like an unheralded player on our roster. And, look, Joe Witt Jr. says he could possibly be one of the best safeties in this league. They seem like they're high on him. We all saw the shoulder injury and the shoulder surgery that he recently had. I like Quan Martin, man. We possibly got something in Quan Martin. I'm excited about him.
I don't think going into the year anybody thought Dante was going to have 10.5 sacks. We'll have somebody to produce a higher sack total than what's thought to be. Okay, and so who that person is, I don't know. Will it be a collective of guys? I don't know, but
Javonte John Baptiste.
And with Johnny Newton, he obviously had a full offseason this time,
yes,
as opposed to last year. How have you seen that impact him coming into this?
Yeah, probably the strength, I would say, Ben, because he wasn't probably able to do all the typical strength movements and feel like his leg strength and that explosiveness. That's probably what I see the most, the twitch. He's always been a quick person.
I feel like his main thing last year was strength. A top 15 value pick, fell to us in the early second round. Listen, it seems like he's impressing Dan Quinn. Yeah, he got the strength, which is, another year of coming off that injury. I think he's in the precipice, on the cusp of breaking out. I really like Johnny Newton as well, man. We got a lot of young dudes on this roster that are just right there to, break out and get to the next level and help us reach the next level as well.
Guys, Javon Kinlaw, what can he add?
He's a uniquely big man that can bend and play with some power and speed. He will have the ability to move him up and down the line of scrimmage, so he'll be difficult for tight ends to block if we put him in the 6 technique or if we kick him inside.
I figured I should share this clip with you guys regarding what he said about Kinlaw. It kind of cements our, I guess you can say, opinions or takes regarding Kinlaw just being a dude who's going to be played all over the D-line, not primarily defensive tackle, which he was drafted to be in Francisco, but then also with the Jets a little bit. He's going to play some edge. You saw him being matched up against tight ends. He's going to play some edge. He better whoop those tight ends' asses, and I feel like he is. But then, he's going to be a jack of all trades. I think I'm excited for Kinlaw, too. This is a guy who we were a bit down on not signing him, 3 years, $45 million. But, now it looks like I think we're going to maximize him and also put him in areas for him to succeed. Whereas I feel like possibly early on in his career, it wasn't that. So, I like Kinlaw, dude. I like Kinlaw.
We'll find some roles as it goes to early down run player to, more of a pass rusher and who would do all the downs, like something like DARON. But there will also be some specific spots for emphasis on the pass or emphasis onto the run. And so that's what I'll look forward to doing through the preseason.
I figured I should share this with you guys as well because, I keep thinking to myself, I think we're going to have a heavy, heavy rotation in our D-line. I think DaRon Payne is going to be the main one who plays most of the snaps, maybe even Dorrance Armstrong. But everybody else, it's going to be on heavy rotation schedule. I mean, Johnny Newton's, I feel like a guy who's going to play a lot of snaps as well. But Eddie Goldman, everybody has their own spots. They're going to have their own, I guess you can say, task. Dietrich Wise, run stopping defensive end. Eddie Goldman, nose tackle, run stopping nose tackle. Johnny Newton, I think he's going to be our primary pass rushing defensive tackle, and then you got Dorrance Armstrong, Javonte Jean-Baptiste on the nickel on defensive end, pass rushing situations. So I feel like that's what we're going to do.
Jordan McGee seemed to have a pretty good training camp last year, then was derailed a little bit by the knee injury. As you start looking into how he's going to contribute this year, what are your expectations for him?
We really had a package in last year for Jordan, and then he got hurt. I'm really hoping that he can stay healthy. And there's some other guys at the linebacker position that we want to have some 3 linebacker defenses that we can get a little bit bigger versus 12, not play as much nickel.
This one right here, I was like, no, I got to share this with y'all. McGee, as a rookie, impressed so much that the coaches were like, we need to carve out a role for this kid. Carve out a role. Mind you, carve out a role with 2 starters cemented on the linebacker, and both of them being one of the best on our team. Best players on our team. That's impressive. He showed out last year in training camp. It sucks that he got injured, but I was just like, damn, they actually had I'm assuming it's a nickel, get Bobby Wagner off on passing downs, but this was awesome. When I heard that, I was like, yo, they're high on McGee, and I'm assuming if McGee hopefully stays not injured and injury free, I think they're going to continue on with this. McGee's the guy to look out for, man. McGee is a guy to look out for this year. He was actually even playing towards the end of the season when he came back from injury. But, yeah, man.
There's a lot that goes into your rookie year, on and off the field, just moving, getting used to everything, getting the flow. And it's nice this year to just not have to ask about everything of, hey, what's this going to be like? You kind of know what to prepare for and what to look for.
Does it feel like stuff's moving faster for you? Or?
Probably moving slower, if anything,
The Luke. I love the Luke. I love Luke McCaffrey. Could he break out? We don't know. He's going to have to battle Jaden Lane. But I saw this clip and I was like, I got to share it with y'all. People forget also, he was a quarterback in college. He's a brand new wide receiver, only I believe 3 years of limited experience. So, obviously he said right there, the game is slowing down for him. Hopefully this is a year where he can take a step up. I think the slot receiver is up for grabs now. It's going to be between him, Jalen Lane. I mean, we all know Deebo Samuel's going to play all over the slot, all over the wide receiver room. But yeah, man, I like Luke. I like Luke, man. This is the guy who I'm just like, he needs another year of experience. I didn't expect much from him a rookie year because he was so raw. Because they didn't play much as wide receiver, man. But yeah, man. And then also, I want to show you guys some updates regarding what Dan Quinn said. We got some joint practice sessions. We're going to face the Patriots and the Ravens. Joe Witt Jr. also said that Trey Amos is ahead of schedule, ahead of the curve, his words. I feel like every day now we just hear new news on Trey Amos impressing, man. I really like it. I didn't share it with you guys because it's a very, very short clip, but he said it today in his press conference. And yeah, man, Trey Amos, man, love that pick. And then also, they dropped a nugget today regarding King Medrano. I don't know if y'all heard this one, but Joe Witt Jr. basically said they're trying to figure out if Kane could, quote unquote, fit the Jeremy Chin role or the Frankie Louvu role. What does that mean? Could it mean that they could possibly consider moving Medrano to strong safety, or even then just like packages with him being on a third safety in a box? I don't know. Like, you know, that was like a little nugget that he left out there. To me, it looks like he's going to be a linebacker. They stated that already, but like it looks like he could be interchangeable. If anything, he'll be interchangeable. But yeah, man, a lot of new nuggets today, man. A lot of new nuggets that I feel like I should share with you guys. But yeah, man, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I would truly appreciate it. Till next video. Peace, y'all.